It's a beautiful day to you, all lovely and smart real estate investors, both at home and also in diaspora. Hope you all are doing well today. I'm so excited to welcome you to another educative series of property matters. And today we're going to be discussing something very, very important. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can identify and verify land documents by yourself. And today I'm also going to be explaining some important legal clauses that you must know whenever you are about to buy a property from any developer, regardless of the company's name. These legal clauses will protect you. So in case you're coming across this channel for the first time, this is what we do here on Property Matters. We educate investors on how to identify fake land documents. We educate investors on how to identify fake real estate developer. We educate investors on how to verify property titles. We've done extensive episode on IBEJU, LEKKI, what you need to know about excision. How can you verify if excision is genuine or not? How can you verify a C of O? Where have land the document has been revoked? So in case you're coming across this channel for the first time, you are at the right place. So do well to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell, because today's series I can't exhaust everything in just one single episode. Okay, so I'll be doing another series as you know, as we continue to give you more and more educative tips about real estate investment. So do well to subscribe to this channel, turn on, so that when we drop a video, you'll be like, our aim basically is to get you informed so that you won't make a terrible real estate decision. I'll be back immediately after this video, and of course I'll be back immediately after this next video so that we can continue. Bye. Hi. It is with joy and excitement that we're bringing you this exciting report from the stable of Homes Investment Limited. More importantly, this news is actually for all the investors and obviously the realtors that actually made his glory court this successful. Right now, guess what? Right now we now have a governor's consent on his glory court Elerogbe. A huge congratulations to those who keyed in while it was still Gazette, and for every investors who trusted this brand and of course invested. Now your trust has yielded greater reward. Now we have a governor's consent. Of course, the governor's consent number is below the caption of this video. In case you want to search all those doubts in Thomas, you can go and search and confirm it. So you now know. For those who are still indicating interest or those who are still contemplating that buy, this is actually right. And now we have a governor's consent. In case you ask you to come and buy for 15 million, we are not cheating, right? Take advantage of this offer right now. The prices and of course the value of land with governor's consent in IBEJU, LEKKI. And so if you have the opportunity to buy the governor's consent land for 8 million, obviously that's the best offer. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye. You're welcome back. So I'm super delighted to work. Of course, as a company, we'll help people like intelligent people like you to secure, verified, and save real estate. So you can contact us if you want to do real estate. So let's quickly go back to the matter of today. So today I'm going to be explaining some things to you. Now, the slide you're seeing basically was a previous land search that a colleague of ours, of course, we worked together, did. Now, I'll be explaining this chart report to you. Now, you understand that in the top of this, they tell you that the chart reveals that this area falls under the freehold and it is residential. Do you understand? So, in this kind of land, all you need to do basically is that just get a registered survey and process your C of O. So, this kind of property is safe, secure, and good to go. Do you understand? Now, nobody will sell this kind of property for you 800,000. They won't even sell for you 1.5. They won't sell below. They won't sell. This kind of property goes beyond from 3.54 million. And I'm wondering, is this a Ekpe? Yes. So for those who are still procrastinating whether I should buy or not, Ekpe is now becoming a big place in real estate. So the next slide you're seeing is a black area. Now you see that the chart report reports that that place is agricultural zone. Now let me explain what that means. Now, once you get a chart report like this, what that simply means that that land is an agric. So if you are buying that land, you can't build residential stuff on it. The only place government allows you to do, the only thing the government allows you to do is agriculture, maybe farming, and you can just be something like a small security house for people that will be monitoring your farm project. Now, I've said it before that if you see a land like this, most times it's not entirely bad, but it is very important that you do what we call thorough verification. Now, for an agric land like this, all you need to do basically for this kind of land, they may still sell for 800, 850, maybe a little bit above 1 million or something. Yes, you will get land because of the status. Now, to change the status of this land, I've discussed it in the previous, in some of the videos I've done in time past, that you apply for consent to survey. So once the consent to survey is approved, the status of this land changes from agric to residential. Now, let me now say one thing again. Now, presently, according to information we have now, it is not all places that government approve consent to survey. It is not all places that government agrees. So before you buy an agric land, you need to involve a professional. You need to confirm that if I apply for this thing, oh, will they give me? That is that. Let's go to Ekpe town. Now, when you look at this area very well, you see some green area, okay, and you see some blue, some black area. Now, let me interpret what that simply means. You see those greenish area are Greek. Of course, I think I explained that not long ago. They are Greek. So in several instances, there are some portions of land that are residential and there's some portion of land that are Greek. So you notice that according to that chart, okay, that chart is showing that some portion of that land falls under agric acquisition. So as a smart investor, if you're buying, please just buy those area that does not fall under agric so that you don't have to do a consent to survey. So we left that place, we went to other places. Now the next chart you are seeing is Loma. Now, when you see Loma like this chart, that simply tells you that that land is committed. That means that Lagos State government have reserved that land for Loma projects. Sadly, a lot of developers have erected, they've mounted their signboard there and they're selling to people. They're selling to people like you. Now, I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. You don't buy land because you see, of course, when you see an ad, the ad gives you an awareness that there is a property selling, which is good, very, very fantastic. But beyond that, you need to involve us for verification. Okay? So that is that. When you look at that area, is Loma. If you buy, it doesn't matter how much you spend, government will not give you that place because that place is a what? Is a committed acquisition. Okay, so I'll be showing other places as well. Okay, so in Ekpe town, there are other places that falls under committed. Now I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. Now when you go for inspection, it is very difficult for you to identify a land that is agric, a land that is forestry, a land that is military. Do you understand? Because you don't get to tell at the first site visits. You only get to know when an extensive due diligence has been carried out. We've been in Ekpe for the past 3 weeks now. Now, let me tell you how we do our own due diligence. Number one, we chart. We take a survey, we carve out some layout of that place. We bring out the survey, we take it to Alausa. Our surveyor runs search. Our surveyor will run search. And these are it is the details of the chart that I'm displaying. Do you understand? So the kind of chart it does basically is that number one, it confirms the title. Number two, it confirms if there will be a government project coming there. Number three, it confirms if there are maybe the drainages or pipeline that pass. So what we do as a brand is an extensive search. We don't just advertise. So it can even take us months to do an extensive check on one land. It can take us weeks for us to do an extensive check because the truth is a lot of land. Okay, there was a land that they took us to Ekpe a few weeks ago, and when our surveyor did a search, we found out that there's going to be a coastal road on that land. And the shockest, the saddest part of it is that there are 3 developers selling. They are selling within that price range, the 850, the 900. So you may think you're buying a cheap land for those who have bought that place, but they don't know that they've bought road. So when government is ready to erect that road, to do the road, anything that is there, they will break it. So these are some of the reasons why we have demolition. This is some of the reasons why governments take down structures. Do you understand? So these are some of these research, the reports that we have done. Now, how do you protect your interests? Now, let me reiterate this again. I am not saying that all cheap lands are fake. Please don't misquote me. I won't like to be misquoted. But however, most cheap lands are risky. So for you to know if they are safe or not is when you involve professional like us. Okay, that's why we can do an extensive search. In fact, the search we even do sometimes extends to, we even go to the community to investigate who is the owner of the land, how many family owns the land, have that land been sold to somebody, okay, do we have any kind of dispute or crisis on the land? So we even go further to do an extensive search. This is after we are done with our Alausa search at the land bureau. We go back and check. This is one of the reasons why we always insist that you must carry out a thorough due diligence. Now, let me quickly go to the next aspect of today's video, which is talking about some clauses you must understand. So, like I said, it's going to be in series, but I'm going to explain this. So, but before I go into the clauses you must understand, now I'll be giving an instance survey. What a registered survey should look like. I've said it before that once a registered survey is processed, can be processed on the land, that is to tell you that that land is free. But in several instances, when they tell you that they want to run a provisional survey on the land, that obviously could be an indicator that there might be some kind of encroachment on that land. Because you see, you can only process a registered survey on a land that is free from acquisition, a land that does not fall under government project. But if the land is acquisition, if it's a committed property, you can't do a registered survey. Now, why should you do a registered survey? Now, doing a registered survey very well puts you in a position for you to perfect your title in a matter of maybe weeks or days. Now, how can you now identify a good register? I've seen instances whereby companies have collected money for registered survey from people and they give them provisional. So today I'm going to be displaying a registered survey. Okay, that's it over there. I have to cancel the name because it's one of her surveys. Okay, so this is what the registered survey should look like. You will notice that there's a survey plan number. Okay, that's a survey plan number. Now, towards the end of that survey, if it is lodged, if it's a registered survey that has been lodged in Alausa, it will have something we call the tracking number, so that when you input that tracking number, it brings the details of the survey in their database in Alausa. So it will come like this. This survey 24 was launched on the 20 something days. It is on page 240 something. Can you see, just like what we have there? This is what the registered survey should look like. So if it has not been done in that way, my brother, my sister, be careful. Now, going further, if you must buy a land and it is an untitled land, I've said this several times, that there are some clauses that you must read carefully on the contract of sale. So I'm going to display a contract of sale so that you can see. Okay. Now, when you look at this contract of sale, I've seen instances whereby some developer will say that this land was sold from the families of this and the buyer. Now, instances I've gotten words like, okay, according to the legal term, the legal rules and regulation, it is only the person that sold the property that his name should be on the contract of sale. Yes, truthfully, that's true. But if I am a company and I'm selling the land to you, I've bought it from there. So the name of my company should be on the contract. So this is what a typical contract of sale should look like. So in cases whereby they are saying, they are putting that the land is sold between this family and this same family, well, I am not personally comfortable with that. So you need to understand some of those clauses. So these are the survey. So when they give you clauses like the contract of sale, the contract is between the family and the person that bought the land. What is now the role of the company that sold? Do you understand? So if your contract of sale is not in that format, ask questions. Ask questions. Now, the next thing you should also look out for, some legal clauses you should also look out for. They will say, I sign in, I sign on. Now, when you understand the amount of money that is being used to process C of O in ordinary EPE, then you will know basically that as you're buying the land, more importantly for those buying in bulk, you should understand that if you're buying in bulk, you should call for what we call an indemnity clause. Now, that is another legal clause that you must know, that you must understand. Okay? Now, the indemnity clause, like I said in one of my videos, protects you the interest. Now, another thing you should also call for, another important legal clause that you must know in your contract of sale. Are you with me? Another legal clause you must also note in your contract of sale is a clause explaining who is going to perfect the title. You see, the reason why I'm actually explaining all this to you people, okay? Now, you will see that in that contract of sale, towards the later part, the company indicated, that's why I circled this, that whenever there is an issue or a problem on that property, they will bear the costs. So that means that you can buy and go to sleep. So whenever there is issue, the company will either refund you or take you to another property. If you don't have that clause in your contract of sale as you are buying property, if anything happens legally, those companies can exonerate themselves, because there is no way it was stated on the contract that you will be what, either refunded or reallocated to another place. Are you following? So these are some of the things you should know. So me now, I'm giving you this hint of what you should know in case you want to buy. Okay, I'm not saying you should buy it, go and buy from anybody, but buy from us. Don't buy from. So we have all these things in our own clauses. We have it on our contract also. So that is why we are protecting you. So this is where I'm going to stop. Okay, in case you have inquiries, my numbers are below the caption of this video. Send me a message. Of course, we have a 247 customer service line that responds to your inquiry. In fact, your inquiry will not pass up to 5 minutes before you get a response from us. So that is how efficient our customer service line is. In case you found value on what we've discussed today, in case you have appreciated everything, give us a thumbs like, give us a thumb like our video, share our video. You see, the information we share today will help somebody not to make a terrible relationship. So thank you very much for your time. See you in my next video. Have a nice day and God bless you.